Mama Cole here again. I just want to update you guys on our amazing journey into surrogacy. I made my little notes because I've been trying to make this video for a while now, and you're going to get a doggy ear in the video in a minute. Stop. For a while now, and it has not gone too well. So I made notes so I could keep up. I have watched my videos over and over and see that when I'm trying to think of stuff, I want to roll my eyes a lot or close my eyes a lot, and I'm probably doing it right now. So just where we are so far. So I'm going to just give a little recap of my journey so far for ones who have not seen my other videos. So I started this journey back in January, the end of January. And by start, I mean I had talked to my husband about it. It's been something that I've thought about for many years growing up. But nothing serious, like I never really looked into it. So the end of January, I talked to my husband about it, and his words were, if that's something you feel you need to do, I will support you 100%. So we started the journey. I was contacted by my IPs February. I believe it was February the 14th, maybe, or the 13th. We just began to talk, asking each other's questions, why they are doing surrogacy, a little bit about them, why I chose to be a surrogate, where our beliefs were both at termination, because you don't want to match with someone and you're not on the same page as far as termination. That's a big decision that you have to know 100% where you stand, because when most people think, well, it's not going to happen, I'm not going to have to worry about it. Well, you don't know. Many things could go wrong. Many things could happen in every different pregnancy, whether it's yours or you're carrying a child for someone else. So being strong in where you stand and matching with IPs who have the same beliefs is 100% the best thing you can do, and it saves a lot of heartache. We met with our IPs in July, on July 7th. They came to our home and we met with them, and just, I guess you could say we fell in love. It was like meeting old friends. We talked for hours and hours just about where we grew up, where they grew up, different, life things, our interests. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce some words. Interests, and of course about where we saw ourselves with the journey. July the 25th, I had my MMI2 personality test. Sorry, my dog is trying to eat my clipboard here. My MMI2 personality test, and then on August the 22nd, my husband and I had our psych evaluation, and of course, all went well there. We were told, or I was told, that my personality test came back normal, which made my husband laugh. He thought it was pretty funny, but he's a joker. And we got questions from the psychologist to answer and to go over with our intended parents, just to make sure we're on the same page, which are the same questions that we had asked each other from the get-go: where we stand on termination, selective reduction, their restriction or request for me during pregnancy, where we stand as far as what kind of relationship we would want after the pregnancy and stuff like that. So I typed out all those questions and then put mine and my husband's answers on them and emailed them over to my IM. So what's next to come is my intended parents have their psych evaluation tomorrow, and of course they will get the questions from the psychologist as well. I'm assuming, and I'm sure of. And then we have to put the questions on a piece of paper, with our answers, make 3 copies, and take those with us to the psychologist, and all of us sign them in front of her. It's not our contract. It's not legal binding. It's just, I guess, her way of knowing that we know what we're getting ourselves into, both sides. Sorry. The doggy's trying to get up close and personal. And I don't know if I said that already. That group evaluation is for October the 4th. So tomorrow my IPs, stop it, Duchess. Tomorrow my IPs have their psych evaluation, and then the following week, a week away, we have our group evaluation, which is, the schedule is for 2 o'clock that October the 4th afternoon. So since that is for 2 o'clock, my hopes are I can have my medical screening done on the same day. Our psychologist's office, and she's only in that office on Tuesdays, is right above the clinic itself, one floor above. So I'm hoping that I can set up my screening with the RE that morning. I have no idea how long the things take. This is my first journey, so it may not even be possible. I may not because of time, but I'm hoping that we can, and that way all of that's done. If all of that is done, all the screening is done by the end of next week, because this week my IPs go, so the next week we will have ours. If all of our screening is done, the next is contracts. My IPs have went through this journey before, sadly unsuccessfully. So they already know the lawyers. They're the lawyers they used in their first journey, and they're lawyers in our state who do surrogacy and reproductive and all that. You can't just go get a lawyer. It has to be a lawyer who is familiar with all this process, the contract process, the surrogacy process. I don't know the exact words to use, but you understand that you have to have a specific lawyer. You wouldn't go to a crime lawyer for divorce, I guess. So you need a surrogacy lawyer, and we already know who those are. So our contracts will need to be drawn up after that. So far that is our amazing journey update. I'm excited. I'm ready for the group meeting, just because I want to see my IPs again. And I know my husband really enjoyed getting to meet them. Another little thing, my IM will be in my little hometown next month, so that will be awesome just to go and see her at where she's going to be. And so just to have this done, if this is done this coming month, then we'll be one step closer to transfer. Not to say that transfer is going to happen right away. It may be next year, who knows, but we'll be one step closer to it. And I'm super excited. I am ready to move on in the journey and see what's coming next. And I know that there could be downfalls. There could be that we're not successful, but I'm not going to think on those things. I know they're there, and I know they could happen. I know a lot of different things could happen. The transfer itself could be successful, and then something else happens. I'm in a group right now where a few ladies have had transfer take, and then they have chemical, or they miscarry, or whatever. So I know things happen, but I am excited about this journey that we're on, and just to see what happens next. So that is all for today, and I hope you have a very blessed week.